Everybody, welcome to your community bike shop. Thank you for being here. We want to get this party started. We've got some great food and beverages from a lot of our local neighbors, a lot of people we want to thank. We want to share a bit of our excitement, so we'd like to get started. I first would like to introduce Sean Murphy. Sean is our former board chair, but more importantly, Sean was the one who had the vision for this location and this magnificent, functional, first ever in the country community design bike shop. Sean Murphy.
For those of you who were able to make it to our groundbreaking, you might remember I was wearing my work gloves at the time because we still had a lot of work to do. But today, I get to wear my party shirt, which party shirts are available at the desk in all sizes. We have a variety of party shops or on bicyclecollective.org. My name is Sean Murphy. I am the former board chair of the Bicycle Collective. I've been on the board since 2015, and from 2016 until about 2 months ago when we received our occupancy permit for the building, I was still board chair. In 2017, when the Salt Lake City RDA awarded us the opportunity to conceive of this project on this parcel, we quickly realized that what we were looking at was not a development project, it wasn't an architecture project, it wasn't related to a building at all. What we desperately needed to do was to rebuild our organization from the ground up. And that's what really kicked off in 2017. On that journey, we have reformed every facet of how we do business, of how we serve the community, of ensuring that we're able to stand behind the commitment that our mission states. And over the course of those years, one thing that didn't change at all was our mission statement. A lot of other things changed along the way, but really we recognize that in order to properly fulfill on our mission, we needed to attend to ourselves, our practices, and to our donors much better. And in that process, we have created a stable organization. We have created something that has reliable employment, something that our community members know is here and will be here, because this is how we own our future. Donna mentioned first ever ground up design. This is the first community bike shop in America that has ever been designed and developed from the ground up with the specific intention of fulfilling a community bike shop mission. It's genuinely, it's something that can and should be a model to strive for communities all across America. This is entirely possible if you're wholly committed to delivering on a mission. It becomes incredibly easy then to make the reforms necessary to actually get there. Some of those reforms brought about a great deal of stability for staffing, for shops that previously had very little stability. It brought about a benefit package that includes healthcare coverage for our staff for the first time ever. It creates a support network at a core here in Salt Lake that then allows us to extend further into other markets, into other communities around Utah that all need assistance, but maybe couldn't support their own bike collective, couldn't stand up on its own, but it can if it's got this building this institution to lean on. But as we were going through the process of identifying everything necessary to really deliver on this vision, we had a long list of things to accomplish institutionally, organizationally. Once you map all that out, stuff is actually very accomplishable. There was one thing we were really missing, a little bit of an X factor. And it took some considerable effort to figure out how to identify, find, retain the X factor that we needed. But in 2018, we were in a little bit of a leadership crisis at the collective, and we had to pause and rethink how we're recruiting, what type of organization we want to be, and who and what can really get us there. And I'll tell you, we had a lot of really wonderful applicants for our top leadership position, and many folks who were eminently qualified, but I kind of had an idea going into in-person interviews where I was leaning, going through the list of everything that Donna was bringing to the table. West Point graduate, officer in the Army, MBA from UVA Darden School, corporate consultant, nonprofit executive, commissioner appointed by Leon Panetta to Special Defense Investigation Commission, former Olympic bobsled team alternate. Like, what are you talking about? So it was hers to lose, put it that way. And when we held our in-person interviews, we didn't have a facility like this to do. We borrowed space at the Salt Lake Main Library, and the room that we had, Donna didn't like, because when she walked through the door, she immediately walked up to each person on the panel, addressed us by name, gave us some little anecdote about each of us that she knew, and then immediately reshuffled the table and the seating position. She didn't want to be over there. She wanted to be over there. She wanted to be right here. And so she quickly walked through the door and said, you know what, something's off here, and I'm going to change it, and we'll see how it goes. And I said, that's what we need. We need the leadership that comes with great deal of experience, great successes, a drive, commitment to the mission that we have in front of us, but also the ability and the confidence and the comfort to say, I don't know what it is that I don't like about this, but something's wrong. I'm going to change it really quick, and we're going to see how it goes. And then we'll reassess immediately and see how it goes right after that. And it was the first tangible example of Donna's leadership that sold me 100%. And then after that, I could see everything that we needed to actually accomplish what we've done today emerging, because along with that confidence that comes with really knowing what it is you know and acting on it quickly and decisively, equally, and I think the more mature form of leadership is that then allows someone like Donna to say, I don't know about that. I don't know how we get to this next step. I don't know where this is going. And I'm going to say, I don't know. I need some help. Let's figure it out. And then we can come together as a group, quickly put a solution together, deploy it, evaluate, change course, or stick with the program. And that's something that Donna has displayed every day. It's something that I believe is the example that we need for both the institution, what we need for civic leaders in Salt Lake, in Utah, in America. It's something that we want to and need to espouse and demonstrate to our community and our employees. And with that, I'd like to introduce Donna, our X Factor and Utah Business CEO of the Year, Donna Maturo-McAleer.
There's nowhere to go down from there. I am so stoked to be here. So if I express a little emotion, this has been a long, awesome, challenging journey getting here. I do have some notes that I do want to read because I think it's really important that you understand our mission and the work we do here and the people involved in delivering that work. Cultural anthropologist Margaret Mead said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful and committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that has." Her words embody Bicycle Collective, our mission, our impact, our passion, and our people. We're laser focused on transportation equity. Transportation is a formidable barrier to economic mobility. Access to nearly everything associated with economic progress and upward mobility. Jobs, a job interview, quality food, fairly priced goods and services, access to health care, being able to get to school depends on the ability to get around efficiently and at an affordable price. Practical and affordable, a bike contributes to economic well-being, emotional stability, and physical health. It is a simple, eco-friendly transportation option. We work with more than 60 community partners across Utah who help us identify those who would benefit most from a free bike as part of our Bikes for Goodwill program. For others, we offer an affordable used bikes and parts directly through our community spaces, such as this marvelous space that we are gathered today. Take a minute and look around you. If you're a board member, please raise your hand and keep it up. If you're a staff member, please raise your hand. Keep it up. If you're a volunteer, please raise your hand and keep it up. And if you're a community partner, please raise your hand and keep it up. This dream is nearly 10 years in the making. This hub is the launch pad to increase our impact throughout Utah, to accept more donated bikes, to refurbish and give more bikes to people in need, to keep more unwanted bikes out of landfills by recycling materials properly, and to soon offer revamped community education. We fully funded our construction through a combination of equity and debt financing. This chic, hip, functional new hub and state headquarters here on the 9 line is a reality because of many of you who have invested in us and provided more than half the capital to build this magnificent space. The foundations include Ray and Ty Norda, the Larry H. and Gail Miller Foundation, the Sorensen Legacy Foundation, the Catherine and Ezekiel Dumke Foundation, the George S. and Dolores Dory Eccles Foundation, the Tim and Candace D. Foundation, Amanda and Spencer Millerberg, the Alsam Foundation, Zachary Adams, the Willard L. Eccles Foundation, Tim and Peregrine Schwartz Shea, and the hundreds of individuals in this room who contributed what they could to help us build this. We closed a new market tax credit that nets $1.2 million in equity financing. This tax credit program uses federal tax dollars to incent investment in qualified low-income areas to finance business operations and real estate projects. Salt Lake City has been a valuable partner since day one. From providing this land at no cost, they recognize the key role we play in this community and the importance of this location bridging the east side of the city to the west side of the city across this 9 line. to the $1.4 million construction bridge loan that the city's redevelopment agency approved. We are now focused on servicing and retiring that loan and operating debt-free. We here have a blended revenue model. We earn nearly 70% of our operating revenue from our retail and our online commerce. So buy some of those shirts, please. You can come back and buy bikes tomorrow. The remaining 30% we raise through philanthropy, supported by organizations like American Express's Community Reinvestment Act, the Willard Eccles Foundation, the David Kilby Johnson Memorial Foundation, and the R. Harold Burton Foundation, and again, the individuals in this room who support our charitable programs. Cycling is not just a fun activity, it's a great way to promote a healthy lifestyle, to reduce pollution, and improve public safety. It's kind of weird trying to look at everybody all over. Sorry about that, I didn't practice that before. Our work in providing independent transportation and meeting everyday needs is an integral part of the homeless services provider community and essential to building a bridge of self-reliance. We often meet our clients when they are most vulnerable. Our focus is on human kindness, being both human and kind by rebuilding bikes and building communities. If you look closely at the little gift bags we handed out today, you will notice a couple of things that are symbolic of our gratitude. Again, I will invoke the words of Margaret Mead. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful and committed citizens can change the world. There is a chain bracelet, or keychain like the one I'm wearing, symbolic of adaptive reuse. The links of that chain represent the relationships we have pieced together with all of those who support us. There is a card with infographics that represent our 23 impact. We measure everything as a way to fine-tune our operations and to do a little bit more for the communities we serve next year. And finally, a sticker that says established in 2002, reestablished in 2024. With gratitude, we thank you for being here to celebrate the reestablishment of Bicycle Collective. I'd like to take a moment. Unfortunately, Mayor Mendenhall got sick about an hour ago, and she is not able to join us, but she has been an integral part of this process. Her leadership and her commitment to clean air, environmental stewardship, equity, and dignity ensured this project came to fruition with a transformative public-private partnership. But I'm going to introduce somebody who has been instrumental in awarding that land and making the loan, as well as representing the second House District of Salt Lake City. I'd like to introduce Councilman and RDA Chair Alejandro Puy. I'm looking forward to the day Alejandro comes in with his dog Petunia so he can meet our shop dog and my dog Abby, who's not here today because I was afraid she'd run out the door with everybody here. Alejandro, thank you.
Thank you. I just wanted to start by acknowledging that I know Donna for close to a decade now, and I was helping Donna, we were trying to send her to Congress. I'm actually glad that she stayed here. This is her place, and the impact that she's making in our community is so much more powerful than what she could ever do in Congress. So I'm glad you lost. So I just, I'm so bad at following my notes. I wanted to there is a moment when nonprofits get to this, place. There is a moment when they have something they call themselves home. the sky is the limit after that. So I am looking forward to see what comes next. It is an emotional moment to be here and see all of you and all of those that participated on this. But it is also important to recognize the journey that brought all of us together here. Years ago, the RDA, the Redevelopment Agency of Salt Lake City, saw this vacant lot and thought to keep it, to find something amazing here, to find something that fit. And it's almost as if it was preordained in some way, right? And fast forward to 2017, there was a call for proposals way before I was even ever thought about running for office. An RFP, a request for proposals to find a tenant, to find someone that really wanted to make this home, build something amazing here. And the Bicycle Collective submitted an application and it was a no-brainer to have them here. It is amazing what you're bringing to the Granary District. Also, this is my bias, but you're doing something very good when you come closer to the west side. So thank you for that. And in recognition to the public benefit that you guys offer, recycling donated bicycles sometimes and putting them in hands of those that need it is something that hits home, and it is very important. So the subsidy of the land from the RDA, $280,000, then $1.4 million bridge loan, through COVID, through all of that, it's actually an incredible journey, and you should be proud of that. I just want to conclude these boring words by thanking all of you for being part of this. And when people tell you that Salt Lake City doesn't do anything, well, we try. We are not perfect, but let me tell you that I want to thank the RDA, Tracy Tran, for pushing us and pushing the administration and making things happen. It is about individuals like you that, sometimes we don't know that these projects come to fruition. Thank you for the work that you do for the city and for the many lives that you're all going to change. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I would like to introduce now Stephen Eccles-Denkers, Executive Director of the Willer L. Eccles Foundation. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I first of all have to thank Donna for her tenacity, because through all of this, of meeting her in the first place and getting the idea of what the Bicycle Collective was, has been really a truly rewarding experience, and something that, being a foundation and giving, to see it grow to something like this is exactly what you want to see happen. We add the fuel to the fire. They provide the fire and the expertise. There's so many great organizations and individuals that gave to this, and the city and the county and everybody that helped, and it just makes us proud to see it happen. One of the most unique things about the Bicycle Collective is that my father, who lives in Ogden, suddenly started reading every bit of paperwork that Donna would send to him. He's like, you know how many bikes they give away? They just give away bikes. They fix them up. And so he said, do they do this in Ogden? I said, yeah, they're starting something small in Ogden. He said, well, I want to give to the Ogden one. I said, okay, let's give to the Ogden one, Dad. And so watching that progress and through COVID and through trying to figure out whether you could build a building and all the other things that happened during the course of the last 8, 9, 10 years, has just been a real rewarding piece of being able to give to the community. And that's what we do. That's our mission. We give to the International Rescue Committee. We give to, the homeless shelters. We give to all of those. But to see this, where you can put transportation in the hands of people who really need it, and keep bikes off the road that are being thrown away, and employ great people, is what we're all about. And I'm proud of my heritage, my family, my mom, my dad, my kids, my sister's kids, and I'd just like to congratulate you for what you've done. This is really amazing, and thank you. Sorry, I want to introduce Jesse from the International Rescue Committee. Thanks.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jesse Sheets. I'm the Development Director and now Acting Executive Director at the International Rescue Committee here in Salt Lake City. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to join the Bicycle Collective today as part of their grand opening celebration. I was telling Donna, it is such an incredible accomplishment. Throughout my time at the IRC, I've had the opportunity to maintain close connections with the Bicycle Collective and the impact that they have on our community. The IRC works to provide resettlement services to refugees in Utah, to more than 500 individuals who arrive from around the globe, including over 20 countries, helping adults find jobs, enrolling kids in school, and so much more. And some of the highest barriers, as Donna was mentioning, faced by refugees arriving to our community include access to needed resources and community navigation. Through partnerships with the Bicycle Collective, we're able to chip away at these challenges, one bike at a time. When I first joined the IRC almost 10 years ago, I would help refugee adults attend appointments at the Bicycle Collective on West Temple. Each appointment helped ensure access to employment and other critical resources in our community. Countless individuals have received bicycles that helped them along their path to self-sufficiency and stability. For our newest neighbors, efforts to increase independence and support self-reliance help to ensure individuals and families are on a path to achieving their dreams and ambitious goals. Our team at the IRC has worked closely with Donna and the Bicycle Collective crew to organize kids' bike distribution days as well, moments filled with laughter and fun as families receive bicycles to provide entertainment and amusement. Though that might seem small, for families who have faced war and persecution, these reminders of safety and community have much deeper impact. For many youth receiving bicycles, it also gifted them the resource to improve access to education and the ability to join extracurriculars. Collaborative partnerships between organizations like the IRC and the Bicycle Collective only serve to improve availability of resources and access to opportunities in our community. Our work cannot be achieved in a vacuum, certainly, and we are able to accomplish much more and scale our efforts in service to the community through cooperative efforts. On behalf of everyone at the IRC, I'm grateful to the Bicycle Collective for the work they do on a daily basis to address needs within our community. And just congratulations on this incredible space. I am now happy to introduce Levi Sigworth, and Donna sent me a few notes, and as a development person who really appreciates volunteers, I am going to actually take a few minutes or a moment to just detail some of this and maybe things that Levi would have mentioned himself, but maybe not. It's my pleasure to introduce Levi Sigworth, a Bicycle Collective core volunteer who's worked to refurbish bicycles delivered to individuals served by the IRC and many more. As a core volunteer, Levi commits at least 8 hours per month in support of the Bicycle Collective's mission. When he isn't wrenching on bikes, he applies his professional expertise to help collective staff work through software and IT solutions. Levi has volunteered with the collective since July 2017, contributing over 150 hours of his time to repair bikes, lead bike repair classes, and much more. Levi is dedicated to empowering people in our community and fulfilling the mission of the Bicycle Collective. So, Levi Sigworth, everyone.
I want to be useful. A few weeks ago, I was working with some University of Utah students right in that room. And one in particular, I was teaching her how to true a wheel, something that, quite frankly, I still struggle with to this day. And I was curious as to why she was so determined to fix a bike for somebody that she would never meet. After all, she had just 30 minutes left in her final volunteer shift of the semester. And she could have easily passed this difficult task on to the next volunteer or the next mechanic. And she said to me, "I want to be useful." And I thought, that's it. That's the reason why I come to this shop. When I moved here in 2016, sight unseen to Salt Lake City, I wanted to be useful. Not just useful professionally, but I wanted to be able to give back to an organization and to a cause bigger than myself. So most Fridays, I started showing up every morning, taking time out of my business, time out of running my business, to come here to learn, to contribute, and to be useful. What I found at the Bicycle Collective was a unique opportunity to both give and receive This amazing combination where one day I could be taught a new skill, and the next day I could come over and teach that skill to somebody else. It's a unique opportunity to be able to improve myself and improve my community at the same time. What I learned coming to the Bicycle Collective was that fixing a flat tire really meant empowerment and independence. What I learned at the Bicycle Collective was that understanding why brakes are rubbing really means a chance to improve critical thinking and problem-solving skills. What I learned at the Bicycle Collective was that being a member of this community means having a group of friends who will accept me for who I am, even when I might not always accept all of those same parts about myself. And then the pandemic came. And then I had to move away for 2 years from my wife's work. And then I learned what it meant to lose this place, to lose this community. So why do I volunteer at the Bicycle Collective? It's the same reasons that brought me back to this shop the moment that I got home, back to Salt Lake City. It's to learn, it's to contribute, it's to be useful. And so I encourage all of you and everyone that you know, come down to the shop, come be useful with us. And you might leave with so much more, just like I did. It is my honor to introduce Milton Cacho, our #1 customer and Minister of Smiles.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to try to use my best English because English is not my first language. So I met Donna at the other shop on West Temple, and I said, well, it's a shop. She said, oh yeah, by the way, we're going to open a brand new one on 9th and 9th South. So I said, great. She said, I said, I guess I have to spend some more money so you can, so you can get this building going. So that's what I did. I buy stuff and I just return them back, because I like my community, So I like what the Bicycle Collective is doing, give away bikes, bikes for cheap, bikes for reasonable price for the community. And I know the guys that work here don't like praises. So if you see them, I praise them a lot. They don't like the praises. They help me a lot. Hey, they know Milton is coming, especially I can't remember his name right now. It just, I blank out. But if you see these guys that work here, just tell them thank you, for just come and help the community here. And, I get to know them. These guys, I bring them food because all what they live on is coffee. So that's all they live on is coffee. So I try to bring them food so they can, they can eat and have a good meal sometimes, And I want to thank Donna for all the stuff that she's done here, that all the hard work that she's been doing here, and I want to thank all of you guys right here to be a part of this community, because community, without the community, we're not going anywhere. So I just want to thank you guys very much. All right, and that's what I have to say. We're almost there. The last one is Todd, and he's going to clean it up, and then I guess we're going to have a good time afterwards. And I know you guys will ask me a lot of questions about the shirt and about me and everything like that, so let's get it rolling. All right, Todd.
Thank you. Right on. Milton, Jesse, Levi, that's really what it's all about. They're the secret sauce of this organization and this building, the product of a collective amazing volunteers, community members that are stoked to be on a bike and sharing that passion with everyone, anyone, anytime. My name's Todd Reeder, and since 2018, I've been the proud chairman of the building committee. Supposed to talk about the future of the collective. It's right here. This is it. We're done. Come on in. We're open for business. Operators are standing by. We're unpacked mostly. We look forward to reconnecting with our partners, those in need, and those who want to work on a bike, buy a bike, just talk about bikes. So look forward to taking it around. We cut, anywhere in our previous space, the 3,000 square feet, we did all of this in 3,000 square feet, and we're excited to have now classrooms, community rooms, everything's separate. We can actually run a proper shop. So we're so excited. And moving in, we really feel welcome in this transitioning neighborhood. I've already collaborating with great community partners like Spy Hop, VOA Resource Center, Fisher Brewing. We've already collaborated on our first beer, so we're good collaborators. Granary Business Council, all the great Central Ninth businesses. There's a 9 line, there's a track stop, there's a bike park. Yeah, we're going to thrive here. So this kind of feels like the Oscars. We have a lot of people to acknowledge, and I know time is running out and music's about to play, so just bear with me. We've got to acknowledge a lot of people. First and foremost, Salt Lake City, the capital city. Can't say enough about the mayor who was on the RDA when we were awarded this all the way through. She's been a huge supporter. It's easy to see. She's made Salt Lake so cool. It's easy to see that once the bike collective has landed, it was, Winter Olympics, NHL team. It's just all going to fall into place. It's all that kind of cool stuff. But speaking of cool kids, the RDA, Danny Walls and Kara and her team, they've really, believed in this project with the awarding of the RFP. They've got funding all the time. Danny was actually wheeling and dealing some funding with me right before this, so he's always been a great supporter. But the person who can shepherd you through all this process, and we've heard about her already, but Tracy Tran, she is, you've got to have a Tracy Tran to work through the city process, and thank you, Tracy. Again, it's a huge shout out to Atlas Architects. Jesse Holtz, if he's here, Jesse Holtz. He's the OG. He created the vision of this building, this use in this neighborhood, and submitted that RFP forever ago. Atlas has championed this project from day -20, and they've been extremely patient. Jason Foster, who's the unofficial mayor of the neighborhood, it's been awesome to work with, and Ashley, our principal architect, that put it all together. So thank you to Atlas Architects. This construction services is pretty technical stuff, and we've had some help from a couple of real pros. Bob Simonton was the director of construction at the university, and he helped us all through the design phase. And then we got Chris Field, the busiest man in construction, and somehow he found some time to get this building, to get us a building permit. Unfortunately, he was not much of a volunteer. We had to pay him in tubeless tire sealant, and I'm not sure who got the better end of the deal, but he's got vats of that stuff. The builder, R&O Construction, thank you. Site Superintendent Steve, he's around here somewhere. It looks like he built this with his bare hands, and I think he did. For the last month, he lived here. I think he slept on the couch. He was here every morning, came in, and there at night. So appreciate him getting this open. And then Slade, Tim, Joe, Charlie, Mike Phillips, all the R&O team, we appreciate getting this thing built. So shout out to R&O Construction. Creative Energy Solutions, Mike Walton, he's here, but they connected us with Rocky Mountain Power, and lo and behold, we have solar on our roof. Got a great grant from them, and it couldn't have been done without Mike Walton and Annie Schneider. So, and that's the thing. That's the thing. It'll tell you that we're got solar and it's working. That thing. I don't know about that thing. Got a shout out to our lawyer. Yes, a lawyer. He's our lawyer and a real gentleman. Scott Saby helped us along the way, and appreciate him. Donna mentioned new market tax credits, and we just are going to thank Elaine and Cody. They were the people that helped us get through this. There were hundreds of lenders, accountants, and lawyers that Don and I spent on conference calls, and I wouldn't thank any of them. But Elaine and Cody got us through that process, so that was a big help, the new market tax credits. Our fellow building committee members and the old capital campaign committee, Jim O'Callahan, Kim Paulding is here, Sean Tegan, and Sean Murphy. We've been together since 2017, putting the money and the building together. But when we brought in our closer, the linchpin of the committee, Donna McAleer, we've heard it all before, her tenacious spirit, vision, and overall level of stoke has been a real inspiration to all of us, and that's what got us here. So, with that, I guess I'd like to make a motion to officially disband the building committee. I think our work is done. As we ended all of our committee meetings, board meetings, capital campaign meetings, I just want to one more shout out, pre-thank you to any individual or foundation that would like to put their name on the building. We are still, would love to sell the naming rights to this building, and Donna's taken orders all day today. I think we got a deal. So please do that. So, collective cheers to you all. Hope you grab a drink, a bite, and join us in a proper celebration. Get some time to walk around and ride on. Thank you.
We're going to do a little unofficial, official ribbon cutting. So, Thomas, Maggie, Kai, Jordan, Luke. Where's our staff here? John, come on down. Oh, I also have to thank my Park City family who is here and my ski colleagues. They have supported me through this journey the last several years, not only working here, but in the locker room during the winters. And they really are my family here, and we celebrate our holidays and everything together. So, I love you. Thank you all for being here to celebrate this. And Ted and Monica, Ted and I went to college together, and so we've known each other since we were 17, I guess. And just all of you who are here, there is nothing anybody achieves alone, and certainly not building a project like this and building the community we have built. So we are gonna do a little unofficial, official ribbon cutting. So Thomas is gonna hold one end, I'm gonna hold the other end. We're gonna cut it, and then please feel free. A lot of our neighbors in the Granary District, we hope to showcase them. We are in a wonderful location, having TF Brewery right to our south, Fisher Brewery to our north, Keto's Brewery about 2 blocks to our northwest. Fisher's, we've got Fisher Beer upstairs and Scion Cider, HK Kombucha. HK is just to our, what direction is that? South. Central Ninth Market made the most awesome sandwiches, so that when you come to visit us, you can always go get a sandwich at Central Ninth. And 43rd Bakery, which is just down to our west near the Pyramid. You can go check that out. You've probably heard a little bit about the Pyramid. It's been in the news. Well, the bakery's been in the news because they couldn't get a liquor license because of the Pyramid. I'll just leave it there, but they made amazing cookies. And then our amazing board member, Ann Mackin, who was our chair, who put together, she and her team put together wonderful little caprese kebabs. So we hope everybody enjoys. John is going to be leading tours. You're welcome to walk around and see what we do and ask questions and, of course, buy merch. But let's cut this and get the party started.
Careful, guys.
Come on.